I wasn't quite expecting it to be that good. I mean, I kind of thought it would just be like a bunch of hippies sitting around like, oh, it's good music, some drums.
Because of you, I'm dancing on my grave. Whoa, 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 yeah. You got me dancing. You put a fire under my feet. You got me dancing. Going round and round with me. Hey, you got me dancing. You put a fire under my feet. You got me dancing round and round and round and round. Yeah. Oh, you got me dancing.
I was talking to my friend Brian one day, and I played him the song Wilderness, and he asked me if I ever had recorded that song, and I told him no. And I told him, you know, I almost had the chance to make a worship album in San Diego, but it didn't work. And then he came back to me a few days later and just said, I really want to help you do that album. So I finally just said, well, if we have the drummer and the singer, then we'll just see who else can do it, and we're just gonna pick a date and do it. So we picked a date a few months ago, and I thought nobody else was gonna be able to do it, but then Nate called me and was like, I have these people, and these people, and these people, and these people. I was like, oh my gosh. So all of a sudden we went from like just a handful of us to like 14 people doing it. So we decided to come to Phoenix and practice for 2 days. And then tomorrow we're road tripping 5.5 hours to Julian, California, which is a mountain town outside of San Diego. And my friends Greg and Meryl have like an Airbnb with a really big living room, which they've been told is great for sound and recording.
There's like a sense of family that has already begun when we just walked in the front door and we started meeting each other. We're from all over the place, but I don't know, there's just a warmth and a connection.
To have the musicians traveling, come, take up residence, live with us, become a part of a family experience, a community experience for 5 days. It was a thrill.
I knew I wanted it to be in a house because I wanted it to have the community aspect of us eating together and being near each other and hanging out. That's a lot. You can hear that in the music, is us bonding with each other that way.
Your name is written here on my grave. Though all the world was out, I would not forget. Though the mountains roll down and the sky is trembling, my love won't fail you now. It won't be shaken. So do not be afraid. Do not be afraid.
I've made quite a few albums in the normal way you make an album, which is, you know, you start with the drums, you record the drums, then you record the bass, then you record the guitars, then, you know, so the voice is last. So it's all layered, and I do love doing that. But this is even more, this is harder to mix and it's harder to do in many ways, but it's so rewarding to actually be in the room with everybody that you are worshiping together with, because it just is a little more authentic feeling.
Okay, go ahead and move on to the next one.
Like, I think people are discovering, obviously, different things about each other, or we're discovering because we're kind of just meeting each other. And in discovery, I think that God uses moments like this to help us heal from things, to illuminate things in our hearts and minds, and when he does that, the greatest part of that is that there's redemption.
Healing is always something I hope that my work brings to people, is healing. I've been through a lot and my life is everybody who goes through life goes through a lot of hard things, but I think I always want my music to touch people that are going through a hard time.
You know, you would think that a project like this would happen when you're on your A game, you know, and it's like, that's just not the case. Like,
right.
I feel like this is such a blessing in such a hard time, just in a personal, relational way, but to come in and to sing these songs that are just like, whew, so vulnerable. And like for me, I had such an honor singing with Aaron after we had connected and had this conversation about like how hard things are and how good God is and like how vulnerable we felt, and then just to be able to come in and like we sang together on the I Can Trust You With My Story, and it's just like for it to be so true.
Yeah, and there was something, I mean, it's so magical to be able to take something you've written that is, you know, it's like they were good songs, you know, but there's something about taking all these different children of God who have different stories and different things they've been through and different ways that God has moved them, and then taking all of that life experience and putting it in the songs, so it wasn't just my song on a piece of paper.
There's a unity. The Holy Spirit is unifying us, and that we're working collectively to make something beautiful.
So many things I don't understand, but I'm learning to let go. Some may call this life broken, but you call it beautiful. And I trust